Uy, buenas, soy Sigiloco Games, estamos aquí en el Dragon Age Inquisition. Bueno, estamos aquí de nuevo en el fuego celestial. No me hemos quedado antes. Y bueno, voy a mostrarles que nada más he hecho ya fuera de la pantalla grande. Aquí nos falta una tesela, una pieza de mosaico. Y bueno, vamos a ver lo que hemos hecho. Vamos aquí donde vemos a las guiones exaltadas, simplemente para marcar el mapa. Tenemos la misión de recoger aquí, ¿cómo decir? Recursos para este bastón de aquí. Justamente es lo que ya tenemos ya, lo último que hicimos por acá. Acá estaba el dragón, que nos apenas robo terrible, aquí estaba un dragoncito. Y tenemos unas misiones por aquí, que ya hemos hecho. Ya hemos acabado con este mapa prácticamente. Casi todo. Casi todo en realidad. Y bueno, vamos a mostrarle también, aquí también. Me faltaría solo esta grieta que está aquí, en este mapa, que es de nivel un poco más alto que yo tengo en este momento. Pero aquí en el Feudo Celestial vamos a hablar con el buen compañero de Blackwell, porque hemos completado una misión de él. Así que vamos a hablar con ese buen muchacho que está justamente por acá. Ahí está Blackwell. Ah, mira, aquí está Fairbanks. Habla con este.
Just handed some intelligence to the spy master.
Tenemos que hablar con Irina, parece. Y aquí está Blackwell.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all wardens are in danger. Even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving immediately.
Oui.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
How do the Wardens deal with archdemons?
Short answer? Stick it with swords until it stops moving.
Wardens are in all the stories. If it was that easy, anyone could do it.
No, it really is that simple. Just because the archdemon is magic doesn't mean it can't be killed with swords. It just has to be a Grey Warden sword. Look, it's not the killing blow that's the problem. It's getting the dragon to the point where it's vulnerable, where it actually can be killed. There's no short answer for that, I'm afraid.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Muy bien. Falta todavía un par de días por otros sectores, como puede ver, pero ya creo que tenemos la mitad y por eso ya se nos activa esa misión. Bueno, aquí está el tren. Mira tú.
Inquisitor.
Ah, no nos habla, pero ahora también debo comentar que ya también tengo mi especialización. Me hice mago de las grietas, como pueden ver, y consigo todos los requerimientos para ser mago de las grietas. Y hablé con mi instructora que está por acá abajo, bueno, que estaban acá abajo, y con eso ya obtienes la especialización de las grietas. O sea, tienes tres, puedes coger tres y solo puedes coger una de las tres, y eso muestra que te especializas. Y elegí de las grietas. A ver qué causando.
Good book?
Ah! I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, are you blushing?
What would I have to blush about?
You tell me.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
So you like to read? What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you to winter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
I can't believe this.
I only started reading them when I began looking for Hawk, as research. They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
Muy bien. A ver si Skazan empieza a pelear y es que no hay nada. ¿O sí?
Inquisitor.
So, that book you were reading?
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
¿Pues nada?
Oh, I quite agree with you.
Then why are you laughing at me?
I wasn't.
I will never hear the end of this, will I? Inquisitor.
I have some more questions.
As you wish.
Tell me about your brother.
Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentagast could truly be. I idolized him. I wanted to hunt dragons as he did, even though our uncle forbade it. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pried.
No, it's fine. A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them. He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance.
I think I understand how you felt.
At times I could not breathe. The rage nearly choked me. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind.
I'll let you get back to work.
Muy bien. Bueno, ya nos dio con toda la historia del hermano, al fin. Después de medio juego. Un códice de la historia de Sons. Muy bien. Todo de hierro.
How's it going?
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
You writing a book?
The Kunari pose a threat to all of Thedas. I want to know what I might have to deal with someday.
Smart move. All right. What do you want to know?
The word Kunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Kunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
What about Kunari who existed before the Kyun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
¿Cómo se gobiernan?
How do the Kunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Kunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Kunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Kunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight, or kill you.
Muy bien.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Kunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages, Vivienne's too political, Dorian's too arrogant, and Solus is just weird. They'd all end up dead. Or worse. They'd kill Cole, cause, you know, demon. And Sarah would end up with her mind broken, sweeping floors in some shop. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
Muy bien.
I've heard there's no marriage among the Kunari.
Yeah, that's true. Kunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Kunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
Parece genial.
I could work with that.
I know, right? No drama. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
Pelirrojas en el cotidiano.
How is everyday life different for Kunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Valroyo gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Valroyo has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Valroyo. People are just people.
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasrath.
You never knew your parents?
No, I know for you folks, that's a big deal. The Tamasrans were like our parents, though. Taught us to read, helped us go to sleep, all the parent stuff. I remember the one who helped me build things with blocks. She laughed when I knocked everything down.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Muy bien.
Hey, boss.
So, how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the cube. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
Muy bien.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Muy bien. Una pequeña charla con Toro de Hierro. Vamos a ver qué nos cuenta Será. A ver si hay algo nuevo. A ver.
I hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pockets.
Who's putting up the reward for this?
Don't know. Sometimes it's pass the hat. Sometimes it's I lifted this from Master's vault. Doesn't matter, does it? Job done. Time to get what we're owed.
Podemos hacer esta misión. Vamos a ver.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah. My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Obviamente hay que llevar a Cera. Vamos a llevar a Cassandra. Y qué sé yo, a Dorin. A Vivian. Vamos a llevar a Dorin. Ahora vamos a llevar a Thor. Quería saber. No hago nada con estos muchachos, a ver qué pasa. Para cambiar un poco el grupo. El grupo de siempre.
Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Right, things have gone sour, as they do.
No, it has to go right or he'll kill me for the marching. It wasn't my fault.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vashel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Muy bien. Vamos, muchachos.
I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this pissbag. He started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user, you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
You want to talk now, but Sarah's my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me? Because apparently you were complicit. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quiet. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
Nothing is free. What do you expect from the Inquisition?
Access, Inquisitor. Your diplomat is wisely selected.
Josie has better taste than him, yeah?
Lady Montillier knows a wise acquisition. Or perhaps can be made to see one.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
The servants you killed, they did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat. Perhaps you should have warned them about talking to you.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
You were up to something in Vishel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt.
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Verchel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
3, 2, frigging done!
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, frigging bastard, shitebag, piss face! Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenut, rot
Sarah!
piece of...
Sarah!
What?
He's done. You're done. Relax. It's over.
He said. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day.
Muy bien.
What? What do you want? Because I'm still angry. Angry face. And you should thank me for stomping the smile off that arse. He was getting in your head.
I did what I thought was best. It wasn't ideal, and I apologize.
What? Really?
Really.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
I don't want this to get in the way of you staying. I like having you here.
Maybe? You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
Muy bien.
Sarah was never an agreeable girl. Her tongue tells tales of rebellion, but she was so
Bueno, hemos hablado con Sarah. Vamos a ver qué dice Cole.
You're different. It shines on you, shimmering, sharp. You made magic from the rifts.
And she knew how to enrage them. She would always like to
Do I seem that different to you?
The Fade sticks to mages. Little figments flitting, floating free, then forced into shapes. Fire, ice, lightning. You use the Fade itself. You make it charged, but not changed. Channeled enchantments. It's strong and pure. And loud. You ripple like water when the stone is dropped.
I take it not all mages feel the way I do.
Solus is the same, but quieter. The Fade is his friend. He doesn't need to look to know where it goes. Vivienne is crisp and cool. The Fade dances, darts, lashed and leashed. Dorian pulls at pieces, pushing them to bodies. I like him more when it's just fire. And the Venatori are dark and hard and cracked and old. They pull the Fade with blood and pain and ancient lying whispers.
I hope you like the way I feel now.
Yes. It's different, but familiar. It reminds me of me. Did you need me?
Pues no.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Muy bien. ¿Quién es?
Inquisitor, you have done much, but have you the stomach for the Quizquisition?
The what?
It begins now, and there is a timer. Chantry belief centers on the enigmatic Maker and his bride. Name her traitorous husband.
Pues en las creencias de cabellas se centran en el cazador y su prometida. Warren Arlatan. A ver, Dumat no era. El hacedor y su prometida. ¿Cómo se llama el traje? No lo voy a... ¿Arlatan? No, bien, es Córdoba. Cuba. Dumat.
The Battle of Squealing Plains. It is not spoken of in polite company.
Incorrect. An unfortunate lapse into non sequitur. We will continue when I have time and the wind calls me.
¿Qué demonios? No me acuerdo de esto. A ver, acá está Colin.
Did you need something?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Muy bien. Vámonos a... Vámonos para acá. A ver, aquí está solas.
Inquisitor, I was... Do you have a moment? What were you like before the anchor? Has it affected you? Changed you in any way? Your mind? Your morals? Your spirit?
I don't believe so.
Ah.
Why do you ask?
You show a wisdom I have not seen since my deepest journeys into the ancient memories of the Fade. You are not what I expected.
Sorry to disappoint.
It's not disappointing, it's... Most people are predictable. You have shown subtlety in your actions. A wisdom that goes against everything I expected. If the Dalish could raise someone with a spirit like yours, have I misjudged them?
I don't hold the Dalish up as perfect, but we have something worth honoring. A memory of the ancient ways.
Perhaps that is it. I suppose it must be. Most people act with so little understanding of the world, but not you.
So what does this mean, Solus?
It means that I respect you deeply, Inquisitor. And I have disturbed you enough for one evening.
Muy bien. Aquí tenemos el lopero. Estas son mis habitaciones. Pero aquí no hay nada más, así que vamos aquí. A ver, creo que tenemos que hablar con Leliana. Tenemos una misión aquí, creo que es con Barrick. Vamos a ver. Posi, Barrick.
That got a little heated. Are you all right?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra?
I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I bet Cassandra regrets how things went back there. You should talk to her.
I appreciate that you're trying to keep the peace, but things between me and the Seeker are as good as they'll get. I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carter to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carter to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Muy bien. Seguimos con Varric.
Battling the demons of paperwork. That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I don't need a disciple. I need a friend.
If you knew how intimidating you are, you wouldn't make it sound so simple. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Please don't tell me you're going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Muy bien. Seguimos con Varric.
I can spare some time. What do you need?
Especial. Right?
Tell me the truth, Varric. Do you actually think I was sent by Andraste?
Shit. This is going to be awkward. I guess I do. Either you're guided by the hand of some higher power, or you have the worst luck.
I wouldn't have pegged you as an Andrastian.
It's a great story. It's got heroism, love, betrayal, and random musical numbers. What's not to like? I don't have a nug in this race. It could be bullshit, it could be true. I'll never know. But I like the idea that maybe you could save the world with a song.
Let's be realistic. It could be both.
You've got a point. Look at all the shit that's happened to you. You were saved from the explosion that leveled a mountaintop and fell out of the Fade. You traveled through time, faced down one of the ancient magisters who started the Blights, had a mountain fall on you, and lived. One of those things would be impossible. All of them together? That's a miracle.
So, on the basis of my extraordinarily bad luck, you think I'm Andraste's herald?
If you know the story of Andraste, you know that bad luck is sort of her thing. Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Cassandra quiere un libro.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
What's so surprising about that?
Well, you have met Cassandra, haven't you? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
¿Dónde está como regalo?
I was hoping to give it to Cassandra as a gift.
Oh, come on, that's just cruel. Even the Seeker doesn't deserve that. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
Muy bien. ¿Para otras consolas?
You have begun practicing new magical forms. Interesting. You seem to be drawing upon the raw substance of the Fade. Likely using your mark as a catalyst. I use similar techniques, although it took me years to learn them. Why did you choose such an esoteric area of study?
I hoped that studying such magic would help me better understand the Fade.
While our fight affords little time for formal study, the wise can better themselves even in the midst of battle. Perhaps especially then. I hope your new studies serve you well. Did you need anything else?
I need to know more about Corypheus.
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory.
Bueno, esta creo que ya...
It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
Muy bien.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
A ver, ¿con quién me falta hablar? Tenía pensado hablar con Dorian, que ya maté con Dominador y con el muchacho. Y con Eliana, ¿cierto? Casi me olvido con Eliana. ¿Qué me falta? ¿Qué me falta? ¿Qué me falta? Ah, Vivien, bien, cierto que me falta Vivien. Dorian.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius's son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Were the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No. I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
He should be an example for others to follow, or his death is wasted.
Should I spread the word? We could spawn the cult of Felix within a matter of days.
There are worse things.
Probably true. And you're right. His actions should not be forgotten. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sword kicking around Thedas.
Muy bien, vamos a guardar aquí. Un se guarda automáticamente.
So I take it you're Dalish? Is that the correct word here?
Dalish is the correct word everywhere.
We don't have Dalish clans coming northward, for obvious reasons. So I've never met one of your people before, although I've heard about them. A little. I hope this won't be an issue between us. I am here to help you deal with the Venatori, after all.
And I appreciate your help, Dorian.
Excellent. Mutual appreciation is a grand way to begin.
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hossberg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Un poco más de historia. Tenemos de abajo. Parece que con consolas, parece. Ok. A ver, Elena.
Did you need something?
Anything
I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Ah, bueno, no.
I'll leave you
No hay
to
nada
your
con
work.
Pero me parece como que consola así. Vamos a ver. Ah, no, las consolas. ¿Quién está aquí?
There
Más
is
dice.
something I wish to discuss, Inquisitor.
¿Qué pasó?
My Lady Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the De Winter.
Nothing good, I expect.
If you have reservations about his presence here, I share them. But this is another matter. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carinas. Are you familiar with them?
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Just what kind of meeting do they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy...
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case, but if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
No pensar.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it not?
Muy bien. Tenemos una cartilla para Dorian. Obviamente lo vamos a comentar. Vitalicet. Vamos a hablar con Cassandra. Aquí está el muchacho leyendo. A ver qué le pasa.
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
Oh yes. Do you really think I'd miss this?
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
Varric's the one you should be thanking.
I am but a humble servant to my loyal readers.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
Parece que tenemos más misión. A ver.
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Muy bien. Creo que este capítulo va a ser solo de el feudo celestial. Se ve que tenemos que comentar bastantes cosas por aquí.
I trust all is well.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Bueno. Teníamos pensado hablar con... ¿Con quién me falta? Con Colin ya hablé, ¿verdad? Sí.
Inquisitor.
Me comí bien. Casi me olvido. Casi me olvido de Vivian. Vamos a ver. Con esa muchacha tenemos un poco de pelea. Pero bueno, hay que hablar con la muchacha. A ver, Vivian está por acá, me parece. A ver, creo que estaba por acá. Ahí está Vivian.
What is it?
Ah, no. Pues no hay nada.
Inquisitor.
Pues no, pues no. A ver, ¿con quién me falta hablar? Con Blackwell ya hablé. Entonces, eso no es un personaje. ¿Quién me falta? Con Joseph. Falta hablar con Joseph. Vamos a hablar con Joseph. A ver qué nos cuenta la muchacha.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say?
That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition.
Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her.
Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention.
You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Navarra, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Should I post more guards outside your room?
That should be unnecessary, Inquisitor. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy.
It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
Spending time with such an engaging woman is never unpleasant, Lady Montilier.
Goodness. I'm glad I haven't wasted your day. Well, I've taken up quite enough of your time already. Until next time, Your Worship.
Muy bien. Hemos hablado con Josephine. Y ahora creo que sí ya. Uf. Hemos estado aquí ya casi una hora en el feudo celestial. Yo creo que hemos hablado con todo el mundo. Y ahora sí vamos a hacer una misión. Vamos a hacer una vez más, solo a ver si me falta algo más con Josephine. Si no, ya. Ahora dejaremos.
Yes?
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
La verdad que no tenía ningún misión por aquí. Ninguna encomienda. Vamos a ver. Así tengo. Destruir. Eso falta todavía. Pero tengo que instruir, a ver. Vamos aquí.
Let's see what we have.
Y acá tenemos... ¿quién dirá la fiesta? Aquí.
Inquisitor.
Pues sí, vamos a ver. Muy bien. Pues eso es todo.
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
Pues nada.
Carry on.
Bueno, ahora nos vamos a ir a un mapa que ya hemos conocido antes. Vamos acá a las tierras interiores. Y vámonos para esta sesión de aquí. Y van a ver para qué. Vamos a llevar al grupo elegido. Sí. Muy bien. Muy bien. Comentate que me tengo una nueva armadura. Una armadura que ya me la hice. Que está muy buena en realidad. No, ahorita no tengo tiempo para esto. Ahora lo que vamos a hacer aquí es algo muy importante. A ver. Tenemos aquí una misión. Ah, esta es la de Dorian, pero primero... Ah, cierto que me falta hablar con Dorian. Primero. Ajá. Tenemos que regresar al feud igual, para hablar con Dorian. Pero bueno. Aquí tenemos a estos buenos muchachos. Que Bonnie ya murió cazando.
What are they doing here?
Pinche. Listo. Ya se fue para allá. Vamos a regresar acá otra vez. Ya está. Vamos aquí a recoger... Bueno, pociones tenemos todas. Vamos para acá. Vamos a llamar a nuestro caballito. Vamos ahí. Ya. Vamos a ver si para acá. Vamos por acá. Y ahora sí, muchachos. Vamos ahí. Este es un dragón de nivel 12, muy bien. Será nuestra primera batalla contra un dragón. Manos que ya estoy. Concha, ¿no? Ya me mató. No esperaba que le matara a Cassandra. Ya revivió, listo. Vamos a hacer aquí lo siguiente. Darte esto. 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 Y yo voy a poner esto. metí una de estas. Vamos a ver aquí esto. Bien. A ver, cuidado. Venga para acá, muchachos. No se queden ahí. Demonios, muere otra vez. Solas. Toma otra de los amigos y vos toma otra de estas. Mientras yo voy a tirar una de estas. Mientras Cassandra se va a hacer esto. No. Ese muchacho. Listo. A ver qué hacen. Una vez, por favor. Uf. Es la primera que le atacas a Cassandra. Muy bien. Solas. Lánzate esto, amigo. Y para Rick. Tú también ya. Tu especial, muchacho. Ahí. No, tirada. Concha. Siempre como que le ataca aquí a Cassandra más. Concha la hora. Ven acá. Estás muerto. Ya está.
Is everyone all right? That last burst of flame nearly roasted us.
Es difícil pero controlar aún más. Ese es el más fácil de todos. Muy bien. Nos ha quedado pero poquísimas pociones. Pero bueno, lo hemos logrado. Ya tenemos cositas. ¿Qué por acá? Mira todo que hay más sectores. A ver qué tenemos aquí. Obsidiana. Aquí ya no hay nada más. Ahí hay algo. Una rasífica. Por aquí hay algo. Parece asesino. Aquí muy bien. Pues bien, ya hemos matado a nuestro primer dragón, muchachos. Es una batalla bastante peligrosa. Y por más que el dragón sea de 3 niveles abajo, nos dio mucha batalla. Pero mucha batalla. Es una cobulla élfica. ¿Qué pasó? Pues mírate aquí. Malditos de aquí. Ya está.
I have heard that your books are very popular, Master Tethras.
I do all right.
I am glad of it.
Really? No sarcasm? No superior attitude?
We live in a dark and angry time, Child of the Stone. So much of what people believe has come crashing down. If you bring them a little peace with the worlds you make between the pages, you have done more than most.
Vamos a recoger otra sangre porque van a estar bastante estas hievitas también. ¿Qué aquí? ¿Más otra sangre? No, tampoco tantas. Hay algo más por aquí tal vez. Un poco de obsidiana. ¿Tenemos algo? Ah, pues sí. ¿Qué aquí? Leer. Mira, ahí hay cositas. Vamos a hacer un puentecito. Ya está.
Well, that screams up to no good.
Una lista de provisiones. Ah, es de todos los tres. Aquí vamos a ver. Pues ya está. Vámonos. Aquí no parece que haya nada más. Bueno. Tal vez. Eso creo que es todo de esta sección. Y prácticamente hemos completado este mapa. En un 100%, me parece. Así. Nido de algo. Vámonos ahora sí a... Vamos para acá. A recuperar cositas. Listo, vamos a equipar pociones. Uy. Cassandra. Esta es una de estas, a Barrick. A ver, solas. Uy. Y a Barrick. Listo.
This might interest you, sir.
Y estamos aquí en Mapa del Mundo. Y vamos a hablar con Dorian.
Inquisitor.
Vamos por acá.
Here is the request Harriet made. I will soon get...
Bueno, me da mucha vuelta.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Uy, vámonos.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Uy, tenemos que ir otra vez acá. Pero esta vez acá al disco rojo. Obviamente hay que llevar a Dorian. Vamos a llevar a Barrick. A ver si es que algo que tiene Cassandra le está haciendo perder mucha vida. A golpear. Pues no. Uf, este lo voy a poner. Cinturón de concentración superior. Vamos.
Good day. Welcome
Perhaps you're right, dear. You should go to Denerim.
Me? What about us?
Good day.
A ver qué pasó.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Considering you lied to get him here, Dorian has every right to be furious.
You don't know the half of it. But maybe you should.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
This is not exactly news, Dorian.
And why should it be? Why should anyone care? I have no idea.
This display is uncalled for.
No, it is called for. You called for it by luring me here.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then.
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind. The perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
Your father might be here to reach out. You could give him a chance.
Let's just go.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. Your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
You got a lot off your chest. Can't you give him a chance to do the same?
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once,
I had a father who would have known that.
Once I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
Muy bien.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
I think you're very brave.
Brave?
It's not easy to abandon tradition and walk your own path.
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
I don't know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me, Your Reverence.
A ver. ¿Te lo esconderé?
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
Oh. I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, your worship.
Repeat them? So you've shared them before?
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Well, that's something.
She didn't get to you, did she?
No, it takes more to get to me than thinly veiled accusations.
You don't think she'll do anything?
Do what? Yours is the good opinion I care about, not hers. I should ask, do the rumors bother you?
Why should it bother me? Everyone's talking about the Inquisition.
That's good. I'd hate to think I brought you any grief. Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor. I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here. Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countrymen, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
Me.
Here we are again.
I should go.
As you wish.
Pues ya está. Todo hablado con Dorian. Misioncilla hecha. Hemos matado a un dragoncillo.
Lethalan,
Aquí nada más.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Ok. ¿Qué me faltaría? Ahora vamos a ver. Tengo eso. Quiero ver unos diagramas, a ver, una cosilla, a ver si es que puedo hacer un diagramilla para... No, además no. De armaduras. Puedo hacer el Shokotar soberbio para Cassandra. Pero vamos a ver qué tan bueno es. A ver, Cassandra tiene 181. A ver. Creo que Shokotar soberbio daba 227. Sí. Armadura de guerreros dos libres. Voy a hacer el Shokotar soberbio para... Vamos con pirofita. ¿Qué más tenemos? Aquí vamos a poner una que sea de 2, un punto tuerno. También algo que sea de 2, carne robusto. Y aquí, qué sé yo, meridio. Meridio. Vamos así. Y le vamos a poner esta a Cassandra. Vamos a hacer así. Esta armadura de maestro le vamos a dar a Toro de Hierro. Ahí. Y tal vez esta armadura de maestro le podemos dar a Blackwell. El que tiene está mejor, pero solo por las cosas que tiene. Es que vamos a quitarle modificar armadura. Vamos a quitarle esto y esto. Vamos aquí a Blackwell. ¿Dónde estás? Aquí. Ahí. Listo.
Where's my hammer? Not that one. Or that.
Y vamos a vender la armadura de maestro. Vamos a vender estas cosillas. Y creo que aquí en inventario tenía un vitar para el Toro de Hierro. Ah, pero necesita 17. No, esto vamos a ver. Este me parece mejor para Barrick. Está. O sí. Armadura de merodeador. Le vamos a poner esto. Y le voy a modificar. Vamos a quitarle esto y esto. Ahí. Vamos a equiparle con esto y esto. Listo. Ahí está muy bien. Entonces vamos a ver. ¿Qué armas tengo? Este bastón está bastante poderoso. Creo que se le va a servir a solas. Aunque en realidad este me hace más daño. Pero con esto le puede seguir a Vivien. Vivien es de... Bueno, Vivien es de hielo. Esta solo da un poco más de constitución, pues. Pues sí. Y a Doyen. No, el Virulent está mejor. Muy bien. Índices de constitución. Queda probabilidad de crítica. Vamos a ver una cosilla aquí. Modificar arma. Esto da... El mango me da constitución. A ver, vamos a ver muy bien. Estas. Uf. Pero le quita magia. No, vamos a quedar así. Vamos a guardar esta arma. Vamos a guardar el inventario. Esto no. Todo esto yo puedo vender. Sí. Todo esto puedo vender. Las armas puedo vender. Escudo. Sí. Tengo aquí, esto aquí. Boleto de astucia. Sigue de Ferandris. Eso se queda. Aquí vamos a vender. Eso de aquí. Y eso de aquí. A ver. Aquí le podemos poner tal vez acera. Vamos a ver cómo va a ser. La que tiene puesta es mejor. A ver cómo. También creo que tiene... Esta es un poquito mejor. A ver, lo que voy a hacer mejor es quitarle acera. Sí. Voy a vender todas esas armaduras. Y voy a hacer unas armaduras acá. Voy a hacer dos de estas aquí. Ahora varita soberbia. Ah, pero es que es en esta piel. Creo que cometí un error. A ver, electropo. Pero de... Creo de allá. Uf. Y me va a dar... Sí, me va a dar. Muy bien. Esta le vamos a dar a cero. Ahí. porque... A ver cómo está. A ver si esta le doy a... A ver, Barrick. ¿Dónde está Cera? Me la perdí. A esto le puedo dar a ella. Está muy bien así. Y a Barrick le puedo dar esta. Creo que sí. Lo que no puede ser es otra hasta aquí. Necesito piel. Necesito cuero. Bueno, no importa. Igual con Cole casi nunca voy, así que ya me lo haré un armadura por ahí fuera del video. Muy bien, siguiente destino. Vamos a ver, comenzar por el bosque de Cimero. O podemos ir aquí y ya saltar a la fortaleza de los templarios rojos. Y también tenemos esta templo pedrero también, que es una misión también que ya hemos descubierto ya. A ver, este es de aquí. Este aquí falta. Este es el DLC. Entonces sería este de aquí y este de aquí. Faltaría esperas del león. Vamos a completar. Se puede ser. Me faltan estas tres de acá también. Esta aquí tengo. Y me faltarían estas dos de aquí. Bueno, vamos primero a la cosa de tormenta. Porque ya puedo entrar a esta sección de aquí. Vamos a ver. A ver, aquí vamos con... Nuevamente con Barrick. Vamos con Cassandra y con Blackwell. Puede ser. Sí, vamos así.
This might interest you, sir.
A ver, Blackwell, ¿cómo está? Aquí... Este tiene... Vamos a ver qué tal se le da. ¿Tiene puntos? No. ¿Nadie tiene puntos? No, vamos. De momento le voy a poner, creo que... A Blackwell le puedo poner algo de esto. Sí. Ahí. Punto de vigor mejorado. Comandante. Mesísmico. Pero de corte. Muy bien, no importa. Vamos. Bueno, ya desde el momento ya tenemos ahí un pequeño problema. Ese es un gran problema en realidad. Acá. Y ahora sí ya tenemos abierta esta zona, ¿sí ven? Es una nueva zona.
How far will this lyrium spread?
¿Esto qué es? Llave de templo, bro. Interesante.
The Red Templars have dug in here.
I'm certain King Alistair would appreciate having them removed from Ferelden's shores.
Aquí. Es que obviamente acabar con este muchacho. Uf. Todos son inmunes al fuego. A ver, aquí creo que había un... Exactamente aquí. Listo. A ver, aquí. Ay. ¿Qué carajos no atacó? No tengo idea. Vamos a ver esto. Muy bien. Aquí por acá. Parece que ese es el camino. A ver. Pero, déjame entrar. Vale. Ni en medio veces. Estandarte enano. A ver, vamos a ver. Aquí es para destruir esto. Ok, tenemos para activar aquí también, muy bien. Y aquí no podemos pasar. Pues no. Vámonos. Son de investigador. Aquí tenemos por champiñones, también necesitamos bastante. Tener mucho cuidado con esas sombras.
I have to wonder about the Templars who served the Inquisition. Must be difficult to see their fellows turned.
Muy bien. Esa piedra de verano no me interesa. Más piedra de verano. Ok, aquí hay cositas. ¿Qué pasó aquí? A ver, vamos aquí. Tenemos esto. Bueno, eso no importa. Vamos a guardar aquí por si acaso. Si mal no recuerdo, aquí era la batalla final contra los templarios estos.
believe we've broken the Templars' hold here.
There may yet be stragglers, but we've dashed whatever plans they might have had.
This boat still looks seaworthy.
Muy bien. Aquí tenemos un bote con remos que nos llevará a una siguiente sección de la costa de Tormento. Bueno, aquí no hay nada más. También una de estas con este, también este aquí y este, listo. Vamos a hacer. Vamos aquí al bote con remos.
What do we expect to find here?
Bueno, esta sería la última zona de la costa de Tormento, que es una zona que ya la van a ver de qué se trata. Uf, me está faltando bastantes planticas también. Uf. Ah. Y entonces ya vamos a ver, ya va. Esa es la zona de que hay aquí.
How do you like being described? As grizzled or masculine?
Do I really have a choice?
No, I was just being polite. Going with grizzled, then.
Lo que no me acuerdo es qué nivel era este muchacho. Vamos a verlo aquí por si acaso. Sí, ahí está un dragón. Como pueden ver, ahí está un dragoncillo. Lo que no me acuerdo es qué nivel es ese dragón. Vamos a verlo aquí por si acaso. Ahorita nos avisa, ¿no? ¿Qué nivel es este? No, este nos va a partir en dos, muchachos. Vámonos aquí. Con el nivel 12 estábamos sufriendo. Bien, vámonos de aquí. Bueno, ya sabemos lo que hay aquí. Podemos ya directamente venir para acá. Vamos aquí, mapa del mundo. Vamos acá, fuego celestial. Muy bien.
Your worship.
Vamos a entregar lo que hemos recogido.
Here is the request the leader of the tradesmen made.
Yes, I'll see to it.
Niña contra bestias, que dragón. Pero no. Quito las temperaturas rojas porque no entregó. ¿Qué demonios? Pero bueno, muchachos, eso va a ser todo por este video. Hemos solo completado algunas cosillas que estamos de por ahí y por allá. Espero que les haya gustado y nos veremos ya en una siguiente vez. Nos vemos.